Morning, you guys. Alright, today is Monday morning, with the 24th of March. We are heading westbound on I-10 right now, the Santa Monica Freeway. Getting ready to get on the 110 South here in a second. We're right here next to basically by downtown LA. Well, I don't know how to call this. Well, I guess, yeah. Downtown LA is literally right next to us, pretty much. I kind of think it was a little bit more just behind us, but no, like all the big buildings are right here next to us. Alright, anyway, we are on our way to Torrance. Well, the city of Torrance is going to be making a delivery this morning to a place called Hawaii Pacific Logistics. No, is there 2 lanes? It looks like there are. I'm not used to using this interchange. Yeah, I wasn't even really planning on going this way, but I was like, you know, as long as the traffic's good still, and the faster I get into like downtown LA area, then the better chance I'll have of having less chance of traffic problems on the way down to Torrance from LA. Because most all the traffic's going to funnel right toward the downtown LA area, basically. So that was my thought. Normally I would have been taking a 605 all the way. I was on a 605 earlier, but I would have normally been taking 605 all the way down to the 91, and then take the 91 across to the 110, which is what we're getting on right here. But okay, I'm going to stay left here because I'm expecting probably that lane to end into this one here, or exit only, or something up here. You know, today's one of those days where I left a little early because I have a 6:30 appointment time, and I was expecting to have traffic delays, so I planned accordingly. You know, get here. I mean, I figured it would take me normally a couple hours or so to get to Torrance from my house, and yeah, with traffic delays, it'd get me there a little bit later. Yeah, up to maybe even a half an hour to closer to an hour. What are you bitching about? Show me something on the screen. I don't know what it's trying to show me though. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like some red light camera on a freaking interstate. I don't know. What is that saying? 500 feet for something, but it doesn't stay on the screen long enough for me to tell what exactly it's saying. All right. Anyway, yeah, now I'm getting kind of a disconnect here between what my Google set up for, which I'm pretty certain is the correct place, and what my tablet is showing. I am almost certain my tablet is directing me to the wrong location, so I'm not going to go by it. So, yeah, in fact, there was actually a Google POI pin for Hawaii Pacific Logistics right at the exact address even my load assignment says to go to, which matches what the Google is showing that you guys can see. But this one on my tablet is showing a little further over to the west, going more toward Redondo Beach or something. And like, where the hell are you taking me to? That didn't look like it's right. So I was expecting to take 110 down to like the very first exit south of 91, and then go west short, you know, like a couple of major blocks or something like that, and circle around to the area where my customer's at. All right. Well, anyway, this slowed. Yeah, I'm brain farting. Oh, I picked it up in Rogers, Arkansas, at Don's Cold Storage. It is a Tyson load, but I didn't pick it up at the Tyson facility out there. And of course, I didn't vlog the pickup because I've already vlogged the pickups there. Pickups at that same place at least once or twice before, and I have enough other footage I need to still edit and get posted for you guys. So it's like, yeah, let's just go ahead and wait till we get to the receiving end and work that one instead. Alright, so that's just kind of the rundown on where we're coming from and all that. I got my Colton Ochelada load delivered. Ended up, and yeah, that trailer ended up having flat spots on one of the tires when I inherited it. Not happy about that. And on top of that, I got level 2 inspection done in New Mexico on the way across because unfortunately our CSA score is not doing so well right now. Anyway, let's talk about something different here. So you guys know what's all that. Now, I talked about some stuff about intellect, like IQ, and I even mentioned where mine's at. I'm not sitting there trying to brag, because today I'm gonna talk about a couple of different things here. One, a movie that I actually watched this morning that actually I've seen before, but it's just right along the right line. I was already planning on talking about this again today anyway, because there's been a lot of chatter in the news lately about a very notorious, I guess I would call it, criminal case involving one idiot named Brian Koberger. Now, Brian Koberger is the guy who's accused of killing 4 people in a frat house or sorority house, whatever, in Idaho. University of Idaho. Alright, well, Brian he was a PhD candidate at University of Washington, or whatever that one is there, right across on the other side of the state line from Moscow, Idaho. I can't remember which state, which college, Washington or Washington State, whichever one it is. Anyway, yeah, he's, by all accounts, he seems to be a very brilliant guy, very super intelligent, and he even, I guess, makes himself out like he's more intelligent than everybody on the planet. But look what happened there. God, could he have done any more things wrong? I mean, killing 4 people was just the start of his stupidity. On top of that, all the the trails of clear evidence that he left, that was him. I mean, he even went he had a knife that he stabbed them all with. And I guess I don't know what he did with the knife. He might have tried to dispose of it somewhere or whatever. But they even got evidence of him going on Amazon looking for a replacement knife. You can't make this stuff up. He creates a digital trail of himself shopping for a freaking knife, basically to replace the one that he used in the murder. And, there's all kinds of things that I could go on and on about with how stupid he was with what he did. Very intelligent guy, right? You'd think a very intelligent guy would be intelligent enough to not do something so stupid. Well, there you go. Now, I told you guys in that last video what my IQ level range is at, and a lot of you guys are I'm sure agree that's like super, super smart. Mensa qualified. But now, does that make me God's gift to the planet with intellect? No, I talked about that already. Which side do I need? No, 110 is staying here right this side. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get on the 105. Okay, anyway, the movie I watched this morning is Good Will Hunting. If I'm not mistaken, if I recall, it's an Oscar-winning movie, or Oscar-nominated, whatever it was. with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Robin Williams, Minnie Driver, Casey Affleck, all them. And basically, Matt Damon plays this intellectually gifted guy who has all kinds of personal issues, we'll just say. And he ends up getting the help of this, I think it was a history professor, whatever it is, played by Robin Williams, who I guess had his own past and was really the only one, really wanted the best option, I guess, to try to get through to this guy who, you know, he's stubborn and you know, thinks he's all that because he can memorize stuff like quotes directly from a specific page of a specific book, and he can solve math problems that this world-renowned mathematician can't even solve, stuff like that. So, but he's got his issues, and I get that. I think that's a fictional movie. I don't know if it's based on reality, but whatever, it still fits. But now here's something else here. What if I were to tell you that even if you think you're of average intelligence, or come on, I can't move over. There we go. All right, there's a alphanumeric sequence that I used to use as a Wi-Fi password back in the day. I'm going to give it to you right here. It's Alpha 312, Fox 1322, Bravo Echo 393, Fox 7735, Fox Alpha 61789. And I'll put it up there on the screen for you guys. And alright, so you're like, yeah, go ahead and say it again. Okay, Alpha 312, Fox 1322, Bravo Echo 393, Fox 7735, Fox Alpha 61789. Same exact sequence that I just told you a minute ago. Now, how do I memorize that? Well, let's just say, let's start with, I got a photographic memory, but in my opinion, everybody has one. The thing is, most people just don't know how to use theirs. They don't realize they have one and don't know how to make theirs work for them. And it's not going to be the same for everybody. It's how mine works and how yours work might be different. But now I'm very numbers oriented. In fact, one of my friends, when I would do my live streams back in the day, would actually call me numbers as a joke. Okay, yeah, we're about to pass the 91 here in a second, and the very first exit, work our way down. Alright, so now here's where the intellect comes into play. Remember I told you in that other video where IQ really does nothing more than tell you how, measure how quickly and accurately you can identify patterns and also apply logic? Okay, well, here you go. So I had this sequence. There was a certain way I got the sequence, but I won't, I'm not going to go into that whole detail there. But I was going to say I came upon this, I have this sequence here though. And now I got to like, okay, how do I memorize this if I have to re-input it? Okay, now there was a pattern that I recognized very quickly. And that pattern was, there's always a letter or two letters followed by a some number of digits. Usually like one or two letters followed by three, 4, or 5 digits. Okay, this first exit here, what's that, 190th Street, we're going to get off at. Now, same way you learn language, learning your letters and your words. Learn the letters first, and then the words, and then the words become sentences. And once you have the words figured out, memorize the words, then put the words into the correct sequence to form a sentence. So that's the idea behind that. So If you just start, don't worry about everything. Yeah, most of you guys are going to try to memorize that from left to right and see how many you can memorize or whatever. And like, no, don't do it that way. Break it down into 5 different sections here. The very first section will be Alpha 312. Just memorize that. Just Alpha 312. You don't need to memorize anything else there at all. Nothing. Okay, yeah, we're going to make it right onto 190th and then, what's that, Vermont Avenue? Yeah. And I know Vermont Avenue is the same street that my customer's on. Alright, but you do the same process there with all those. Do that, so the F1322, same thing. Just, just keep drilling yourself on it. Use rote memorization. You only have to do it like a few times and it'll start working its way from your short-term to your long-term memory. And then do them all until you have all 5 words memorized. And then once you have the 5 memorized, then work on what sequence they need to be in. Just like when you learn how to talk in an actual complete sentence. Hey, I know this word, I know that word, I know that word, this word, whatever. Okay, well, there you go. That's how I memorize that stuff. You can do the same thing, all right? So, to me, I don't see it as anything special about me. It's like, I just figured something out. Now I always share the info with people if you want to use that information to your advantage in whatever way. Yeah, maybe it'll help some of you guys out. I don't know, but that's the idea. I mean, on paper, yeah, I'm super intelligent, but at the same time, I well, who isn't? Humans at their core are very intelligent. They're highly intelligent, and I wonder if they keeps telling me to go somewhere else because I keep forgetting that it's trying to take me to some place that's not even correct. Yeah, it's telling me to make a right turn onto Torrance Boulevard a mile from now. We're less than a mile and on the same street as the customer. Alright, so try to keep that in mind. Yeah, you guys can all be just as brilliant as I am, but how many of you guys really care? Or how many of you guys even realize you are that brilliant? And you just need that right bit of information to have that little aha moment. Oh, now I get it. Okay, this first street up here, I see some trucks already parked there. This Francisco Street that's coming up here is the one I was wanting to park on. Yeah, see, there are already trucks sitting here waiting to get checked in, but I don't know if I probably could have parked right there, but I already had it on my plans to park here on Francisco Street. Okay, I see a no parking type of sign right there on that light pole, but this isn't a painted curb, and I can't tell what exactly that sign says. Alright, this probably will suffice for now. I actually got here a whole hour before my appointment time. They don't even open. They don't even open until 6 o'clock anyway. This is actually one of those days where I was really expecting, I would not have had a problem with having traffic delays on the way over here because I left my house early expecting traffic delays and never got even one single delay anywhere, even though I went right there next to downtown LA. So that's where it helps. I usually plan on, if I'm going to come down this way and on a commute day, plan on it taking an extra hour to get where you're trying to get to. It's like, it might normally take me about 2 hours to get it here, but for traffic delays, it usually takes me about 3 hours. Yeah. Well, at least in a truck. Now, downtown LA in my car, I can get there on a good day with no traffic. Like today's traffic, I would have been in downtown LA in about an hour from my house. Anyway, yeah, so I don't want you guys thinking I'm trying to brag about my internet. No, there's nothing I know or can do that nobody else can do. Yeah, to me, everybody can do whatever I'm capable of. It's just who really, how many of you really want to, or how many of you just need that little bit of information to give you that little aha moment or something. Who knows? Anyway, let me get checked in here whenever they open up at 6, and we'll have some more for you when we're docking in. Alright guys, we are checked in now. As soon as this car goes by, we'll get rolling here. We're gonna dock into door 1. Alright, so now I got this guy to turn in front of me also. Wait for him. Okay, I have the map up just long enough to show you that you don't need to make a U-turn. Just totally not necessary. Just go around circle around the block, and it's that easy. I think that's a cul-de-sac on the other end as well, though. At least it looks like it might be. But it's all right turns if I go this way as well. So I'm just gonna go down here to the next street down and come right back. Alright, I guess they have different doors there depending on what you got going on there. I guess he was thinking I needed a tall door or whatever, but I was like, I don't remember the pallets being that tall. And I went up and talked to the shag driver, and he was, yeah, door 1, because he was expecting the Tyson load, and he said, yeah, door 1 should be good. And then down on the other end, so the door 1 will be the very first one we get to once we're in the lots or past the employee area. Yeah, there'll be a red Freightliner, I think it was, that's in door 2 that I'll be docking in next to. And down on the opposite end by where the outhouse and all that are at, I guess that's where the office is at. It said something about going upstairs to check in and turn your bills in there. Yeah, no, I looked at the reviews on his place, and they're mostly very positive. There were some that said that the docking can be a little bit difficult depending on where you're docking in at. Mainly, and if there's other trucks, I guess, but some other comments were saying it wasn't too bad. And also, all the reviews I remember reading were all saying that they're fast. So that's a positive. Can anticipate not being in the door for a very long time, more than likely. Alright, I'm gonna have to warn this guy behind me ahead of time, and I need to swing wide, so because there's some pylons and stuff here. Did this guy even shine? The shag driver told me door 1.
Huh?
Yeah, the shag driver told me to go to door 1.
Door 1, right? Tyson's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, no
Wait a minute.
I'm trying to watch my Make sure I don't hit anything over there. That's tight there. Alright. Yeah, it looked like we made it. I was using my camera there to see where I was going into. How I was looking in relation to that light pole and all that. Okay, let me get my doors open and all that, and we'll get docked in here in a minute. Alright guys, this guy is done here. Morning.
Where are you going to, boss? The one? Yeah.
Okay, I guess that makes that easy. Alright, it's a tight lane, so I gotta go a couple doors. Yeah, a couple doors past my door for my setup. It's actually a vacant door between me and the red truck, so that makes it even easier. Oh, I don't need to hear that thing going off. Get my stuff set up there. All right. Tandems are already where I want them. I'm starting to overshoot, so I'm going to pull forward. I can't tell where exactly the pad's at, so it looks like it might be the tandems a little bit more to the left, but it's really hard to tell. I can't really tell exactly because the dock is narrow enough where I can't really see anything. I think I'm good right there, though. Should be a winner there. That was very easy compared to what I kind of anticipated. So, alright. It's 6:40 right now. Should be, let's see how quickly we get out of here. I bet we'll be out of here by 7:30 though. Alright guys, we are already done unloading here. It's barely after 7 o'clock. I already had the bills in my hand around 6:55. Alright, let's get around that wall there. Alright, so something else here. Okay, Hurricane came in, was trying to dock into door 3. This clown here decided to dock out of door 4 at the same time the Hurricane was still trying to get into his spot. And Hurricane was off to the right of his spot, and when he's doing that, his tractor's going to be anywhere and everywhere. Don't get yourself in the way. They're already in the process of doing that, then let them do it. Don't create a problem like that. All right. Okay. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Yeah, this isn't good. I can't really see around this truck very well. I'd ideally like to make a left turn, but I might be able to, I don't know, but these guys parking here on the curb are not going to make it easy for me. There's plenty of southbound traffic I can see, so I'm not even going to try to come out yet. Okay, there's a a gray car coming by now. Or that Tesla, I think. No, we're good. Gotta watch this car here, though. Oh, alright, it's coming over anyway. Alright, so what I got going on next is I'm gonna get this trailer washed out and refueled over more closer to my neck of the woods. I'm gonna probably go to the Pilot in Bloomington, refuel it, and then go over to the Figueroa truck wash in Colton, Rialto, whatever you want to call it there, and get it washed out. And I'm gonna take it back to the yard. I got medical and dental appointments coming up this week. I actually did get a pre-plan to go pick up the load this afternoon in, I think it was Tulare. Or people call it Tulare, but I don't know why. By the way it's spelled, it should be Tulare. The E is supposed to be silent, and it tells that the A is pronounced A and not A. Or A. Kind of like cane and can. Yeah, that's how English rules work, but I think that's a kind of mix between Indian and Spanish, though. So, Spanish, I know it should be gelade, but Indian languages, I don't know crap about their linguistic rules. I don't know what's actually the proper way to pronounce it. Whatever the case, yeah, it was going to be a load going from there, coming back down here to Irvine, that delivered tomorrow afternoon, but well, if I do that, I'm never going to get any chance to get my lab work done before my upcoming medical appointment, so it's like, yeah, that's not going to work. So I ended up rejecting that pre-plan. Told my DM, thanks for, it was a good offer. If I didn't have the blood work to worry about, would have definitely been a good option for me. Anyway, yeah, that's what's going on, though. That's all I got for today. I'm going to get more likely after I get done with the time off. I will probably be reloading in Colton again, more likely. Because I'll have a fresh 70-hour clock, and the planners love to give people with fresh 70s Colton outbounds when we're in the area. So we'll see how that goes. And if that be the case, it'll probably be, I don't know, a good another week and a half or so before I have something else to work on for you guys. So if that be the case, I guess I'll catch up to you guys again whenever that does happen, all right? Y'all have a great day. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.